So today's lesson, how to use an extension straight from GitHub, but with a twist, which most probably you won't like it. Till you do, because at some point in the near future, I'm sure you will. All right, let's do this. To start, grabbing an extension from GitHub is most often useful for extensions that get frequent updates, like dash to panel. Speaking of which, it recently had some seriously nice updates, so I'm actually thinking about keeping it. But for now, we are going to focus on the Blur My Shell extension, and most specifically, we are going to deal with an issue that pops up if you try to run it on GNOME 48. Basically, we can't even enable the extension, it just throws an error. But if we head over to pull requests, we'll find a PR that adds support for GNOME 48. Alright, so next I'm going to show you how to clone the extension and how to check out a specific PR and build it from there. But spoiler alert, that's not my true intentions, okay? I'm going to copy this first. And open the official GNOME terminal, maybe. A second to clone this, please. Now, please give me all your attention as I show you how to check out a PR. It's a bit tricky, so try to follow along, alright? Hold right alt down and say merge pull request 706 from GitHub locally, please. Meds? Oh no, and here I thought I was speaking perfect English. Bummer. Wait, let's see. Can it med that? Ba-doom, ba-doom. Of course it can. Huh. But now I know what you're thinking. That thing is kinda slow. Well, it shouldn't be long now before we can drop file access restrictions and reviews. At least for tasks like this. Anywho, we did it! We checked out that GNOME 48 support. It was kinda hard, but we managed to pull it off somehow. We can run make and make install. Many extensions come with makefiles, but some use custom installation scripts, so if you're grabbing them from GitHub, you'll need to read their README, or you can just ask an AI to read it for you, and it'll figure out how to build it. Seriously, even without special training. Okay, time to enable it, although that was never the original goal. All good, I guess? First of all, let me just say, I don't use Warp. No, I don't. Basically, I only randomly opened it earlier and I noticed that voice function, which totally reminded me of when I made a video about Warp and said, I hope they add voice. And guess what? They did! And that's a really big deal, guys, because when you think about it, terminal access is everything, and this thing totally changes how we interact with our system. Less keyboard, minimal UIs, more swearing. In a ironic way, it's even more human.